Hey, Awesomes. Instructor Corey here, back with you to go over some writing strategies for the APA paper. I hope that these will help you save some time, reduce your stress, and improve your writing, and overall help you improve your grade. All right, so I've got a blank APA document that I've titled APA demonstration, as I've put up here. So when you come right up here on Google Docs, it comes right up to these settings, at least in mine. I don't know if yours are different, but we're going to kind of go over and because we want to get to this, right? So here is the APA student title page, right? So we had talked about earlier in the semester about perhaps doing it differently, but we're just going to stick with the student version, okay? And that's, of course, it goes into our abstract, but we're going to stop. We're going to start right now just and kind of put the brakes on and just talk about the title page. All right, so that's all we're concerned with at the moment. All right, so when you first come up to your document, the first thing I do is make sure that I hit put it on a better font. Okay, we need 12 point. All right, I think the default on mine anyway is 11. And then because APA doesn't necessarily specify that you have to use Times New Roman, I like Roboto. So I use Roboto. And then the other thing I make sure that I come in here and do is make sure I have my line spacing. I got to make sure everything is double spaced. Okay. If you're using Microsoft Office, Word, anything like that, they will sometimes add a space before or add a space in after paragraph. So you need to make sure that you take those off of there. Okay. Remove space before paragraph and remove space after paragraph. You don't want any additional spaces whatsoever. Just we're keeping it plain Jane here. Okay. Next thing I do is I come right up into the header or the heading information, and I'll put my page number in and get that set. So that's done, and I can just keep working on my paper. One thing that you'll notice is when you go up into the header, everything that you just did is gone. So you have to, again, make sure that you put in the correct font and make sure that it's the right size, right? So even though you just did that information for the in the body, if you will, when you go back up into the header, it defaults back to whatever the default setting is on yours. In my case, it was Arial 11. So since I'm using Roboto 12, I'm going to make sure everything is consistent. So the next thing I do is go to options, and I want obviously put some page numbers in here, right? I want it to show on the first page. I want it in the header, and I want to start at page number 1. Okay, so everything there looks good to me. So I'm going to hit apply. And boom, there's my page number. Now, the thing we need to do is we got to flush it to the other side, okay? Because right now it's left justified, and we want to make it right justified. So now we'll go into our alignment settings, and we'll click the one that is right align or right justify. And so we push it all the way over there. And so I'm going to just double click down in the body of the paper here and get me back out of the header. You can see that the 1 is there now. And then since we're on the title page, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to center up here. All right, put myself right in the center, and I'm going to hit the return key, enter key, depending on what your keyboard looks like, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you hit 5, I always go with 4. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to hit the bold key because this is where I'm going to put in my title. All right. So texting and driving, I think, is roughly what my title is from the other page. The role of distraction in U.S. automobile accidents. Okay, so if I'm off it, I might be off a word because I don't remember my title from the other page. All right, so then I'm going to hit enter again. I'm going to pause for a second because I'm going to take the bold off because I don't necessarily need it right now. I'm going to hit it again, and so next you put your name. Okay, so in this case here, to represent everyone in my viewing audience, I'm going to say awesome student. Okay. And then this is where you're going to want to put your department. All right. In my case, it's the Department of Rhetoric and Writing. Okay. Comma, and then the university. There might be Department of Writing and Writing. I always get it backwards. Okay. All right. The next thing you want to do is you're going to want to put the course name, course number. So we have composition 2. And I think the word English is in front of there. So let's do that. Okay. Then I'm going to hit enter again, and then we're going to put my name, okay? I just put instructor Corey, or if you just want to put Corey Hamilton, it doesn't matter. That, and then the due date, or the date actually that you submit your paper, but I'm just going to use the due date for our purposes here. So let's jump over here, April 23rd. April 23rd, 2023. Right. Okay. Let me go back and check my formatting. Department of Writing and Rhetoric. Did I do it backwards? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. So we're going to do this. Writing and rhetoric. Okay. Comma. The university. Right. So you got your name, the department, the course name, or the English composition 2, yeah, right, 1060, right, WRT 1060, da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so that gives you everything that you need for you. So essentially, your title page is done. Then if you hit enter again, and so I keep it, notice everything is centered. The only thing that's bolded is your title, right, the title of your paper. So I keep everything centered like this because the next thing I'm going to do, and I just enter on down, right? Then when I get to the first line, right, I'll make sure I'm on the first line of page 2, right? And so I'll give you a little preview for the next video. Hit abstract, right? And now it's centered, okay? And then I can left align, all right, boom. And now I'm ready to write my abstract, okay? So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was beneficial. I hope that saves you some time. I hope that reduces some stress. And hopefully, obviously, at the end of the day, hopefully improves your score. It makes you feel more confident writing, okay? So there again, just make sure that you follow those guidelines there. Make sure you got your 12-point style font, okay? And then pick a style that's legible. Like I said, I use Roboto. You can use Times New Roman. You could stick with Arial if you wanted to. As long as we don't use a fancy font, as long as I can read it. And make sure you set that double spacing in there. All right, guys, until next time, stay safe and stay awesome. Bye now.